Yo boy, Big Rob, back in my house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel. I say we because, well, you might be asking yourself, I only see one person, but we have a team. This is a Sunday episode. It's a little different. And we normally do a live show Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Same time here, Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. But a little twist on our Sunday shows. We reflect on the week. We plan out the following week. We have more Q&A, more discussion. It's a chance for me to connect with the community. I love to talk to you guys. Love to hear what you got to say. We like to talk a little bit of crypto. We like to talk about personal growth. And today's show is going to be straight fire. I'm telling you, man. I got so much to say and so little time to say it. I want to take the thoughts and I want to share them with you. And I'm going to try my best to do that. Excited today. It is hot as hell in Las Vegas, Nevada, in case y'all are wondering. Over 100 degrees. But it's also going to be a hot ass fire stream today. I'm going to be straight breathing that hot fire up on here today. No mints allowed. Now, Bitcoin's still over 30K. We haven't quite reached 10,000 subscribers. We're about to cross the 9,000. Excited about that as well. I'm gonna get after it. All right. Let me see here. I want to know what the running count is. Where are we at? Did we hit 9,000 yet? And then we play a lot of music here as well. 8,976. 24 away. All right, guys, let's start this thing off. We got 45 viewers, 31 likes. Not too shabby. Okay, a decent like ratio. See, I realize that we get a better like ratio when it's just me on the show than when it's me and David. David is in the chat, but just want to throw that out there that instantaneously over 50% like ratio when it's me solo. So I'll throw that out there, David. All right, and then let me get a little shout out to my chat, my people out here. If you are new here, say hello. Or just, if you've been here, just say hello. Or hola, one of the two. We got Aru, Crypto Hands, Knoxville, Moonshine, Sandy, Mustalpha, Jason, Talladega, Supreme, Paulukin, True Dukel, 1080, Alexander, Matthew, Rusty Bot, Armand Clark. We got Small Face No Toe, Wise Tree, Why You Loud, Gang, Knoxville, TFP, David, Cryptic Mushroom, Luke, and it's me, Crypto Mario. Crypto Soul 0824, Crypto Mike, Danny Boy Nelson. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Today's gonna be a juiced ass show. I'll be honest with you, I don't really have much to talk about on crypto, so you're gonna get a lot of fire and everything else. That's what we got. Ogalee up in here. Get Money Clap as well. Brad Gabrielle. Guido. I want to know. So every Sunday, I reflect on my week, right? And those of you new here, Sunday's a very important day for me, right? People think it's the last day of my day off. Hell no. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is not the last day of my day off. I grind 7 days a week. I am working at my craft 7 days a week. I am working for my family, my friends, my family. I am trying to build. I'm trying to create. I'm trying to raise myself, raise my product, raise my business. I'm trying to take everything to the next level. I do not have time to take Saturday and Sunday off. I do not have time to take Saturday and Sunday off. That's why I do this stream on Sundays. I don't have time for it, but it is the end of the week. I understand that. And for that reason, I will evaluate how was the week. What did I get done? Where can I improve on? What things that I set out to accomplish that I did? It is basically holding myself accountable. What the failures and also the progress, what worked, what did not. Focus on what worked well and analyze what did not, so that way we can either adjust, remove, or something else. Yeah. Flat Smack up in here. What's up, brother? And for me, man, let me tell you, there is no reason, there is zero reason that Sin City Crypto needs to be streaming in 4K. If you talk to any other, we talk to other content creators all the time, right? Other guys in our space, other YouTubers, and you know, there's a commonality when we talk about resolution. As at 1080p, I'm streaming right now at 1080p, but if you watched our show at all last week, you know that we were not streaming at 1080p. We were streaming at 4K. Now, on the phone, you can barely tell the difference, I'll be honest with you. More visually noticeable if you're watching on a large television, but only I think 10%, maybe less amount of our viewers are watching from a television. And so for that reason, it's not worth the amount of effort, time, investment in equipment, money, and also just infrastructure to roll out a 4K live stream, right? Returns aren't there. But I say, fuck that. I don't care, bro. I want 4K. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I don't care. This thing is going to be future proof. And you know what? I've set my mind to it. And even though the people here, even though the competitors, the people in our space, the experts, they say it's not necessary. But nobody can say that it provides no value. It has a value. How much is it? And if I can make this stream 1% better, 2% better, 5% better, 8% better, if I can in any way, shape, or form elevate this product, I will do so. Even if it is absurdly painful. And so I open up the show saying, Sunday, I evaluate. And I've beaten my head against the wall to get this thing 4K. It is so goddamn hard, let me tell you, man. It is so damn hard, let me tell you. And I've been working with our channel sponsor, Blue Wire Tech. A lot of it is network related. Not networking, like the bandwidth leaving the building, but you know, you got a production PC and a streaming PC and moving a lot of data in between, and there's a lot of points of failure. I'll just leave it at that. So, but I've made a lot of progress. So myself personally, I wanted to open up today's stream because I'm evaluating what did I do this week. And well, I beat my head against the wall to get this 4K live stream up and running successfully, even though it may not be necessary. And I made a lot of progress, and I'm very proud of what I did today. And so I evaluated it. Also took a lot of shortfalls, and I realized things that I don't need to do. I've had to compress more time into my schedule to accommodate these new testing and rollouts and implementations of what we're doing. So that's what I did this week. And I would love to know what you did this week. I would like to know what Crypto Infinity did this week. I want to know what Brad Guidell did this week. And my hero, what did you do this week? And everyone else that I did not say your name, I want to know, what did you do this week? And it could be something mundane. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be grand. It could be, hey, I saw my dad. I haven't talked to him. I worked on something in my backyard. I got a job interview. I went to the gym. I don't know. But let me know. What unique activity, responsibility, job, or it's just something interesting that happened this week. And at the end of the show, we're going to talk more about what we're planning on doing next week. So, real quick, before we get too into the sauce, I wanted to get into the prices of crypto. Just take a quick peek here as I said, I was kind of skimming through the news. There's a lot of there are things going on in the ecosystem. Nothing too earth shattering that I really feel like covering it in depth. So I'll just kind of leave it broad on prices. If you have any questions on crypto, now's the time. I'll do the crypto on the front end. And if there's any projects you're curious about, or just the thoughts in the market or movement or prices, just let me know. I'd love to cover that here as well. And then also here in the Sunday stream, we do cover a little bit more, or we play a little bit more music as well. So okay, get some music going up in here. It's Sunday. I like music, man. You know, I don't let the music distract me. You know, you don't need music bumping in your ear like 24/7. Like sometimes it's good to go to the gym without any music. If you have music and you go to the gym and play music every single time, try going there one day without any music. You'll find yourself in a weird position. You got a little bit more focus. You're not kind of like moving through the motions. You can hear your inner dialogue on what activities you want to do next. Something to think about. But anyways, I like to vibe out of the music on Sundays, so you get more of that. All right. So prices, Bitcoin, 30,000. Let me resize this here. So we got Bitcoin coming in at $30,485. So you can see not too much movement on the 24 hours, not too much movement on the 7 days. And then you can see where we came into this trading channel. I've been talking about it for all week now. I do think we're going to consolidate at 30K. I think this is a new range. You don't need to go too far back to realize that this is the latest trend. So you trade in these certain price areas for long periods of time. You can see here, here we traded for just about 2 months at 19 to 20,000. We traded for 2 months at 16,000. We traded for 2 months at 23,000, and we traded for 3 months at 27 to 26,000, right? With a little bit more volatility here than the previous months, but overall we traded in this channel. So I don't expect us to buck that trend anytime soon. We'll be trading at 30K in this range for the next 2 months for sure. All right. Talladega Fitness says he uses music for motivation. And I know I agree. And I would say that I normally have music, I would say 90% of the time when I work out, and it is good motivation, 100%. Not trying to imply that it's not, but it's interesting to go one day without music, and a lot of it came off of by accident. You know, I forgot my headphones and at home or in the car or something, and then I'll be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go the day. I'm not gonna drive back home to get my headphones. So it's like, hey, today I'm just gonna work out with no headphones, and I find those workouts unique. And a lot of times I'll play like music that gets me in the mood or whatever. But yeah, man, you don't have to have music to work out. Believe me. All right, now, so I do think we're going to be in this zone for the next, I'd say 2 months, 3. And the thing is this ETF situation that got us into the price range that we're in now, that's not gonna resolve anytime soon. Not gonna be a approval, denial within the next 2 months anyways. So I do think we'll consolidate at 30K. I think it's just a natural price movement. And just to take a look at the biggest gainers, you have Compound up 20% on the 24 hours, big movement up 61%. We were talking about this earlier this week. I think it was on our last show actually, where the DeFi tokens have really been surging as of lately, Compound being one of them. I'm not sure if there's some news on Compound. I didn't see anything today, but 60% on the week, and Graph up 12%, Flow up 11%, Litecoin up 5%, Litecoin's up 26% on the 7 days. So big movement there on that. And then Solana up 5% as well. So a nice green market today. There are a handful of losers, nothing too much in the red, just eCash. This had a pretty big run up earlier this week as well. So it seems like a natural pullback. See 45% on eCash, and then Injective Protocol as well. These are also facilitate DeFi. So I think that this DeFi summer might be something. Might want to take a look at, identify projects in DeFi that have not popped off. Like going back to the ones that are up to 24 hours. I saw Aave up here. Aave has not moved in the last week. If you're going to look at Compound and other DeFi plays, those have rallied. Here, we'll take a look at the 7 days. And let's see. I know there was another one that, you got Lido up 7%. So that's what I would be if I was looking for a play or a shorter term play to get into, chasing a 20 or 30% rally. I think Aave is probably at the top of my list there. And then I'm going to get, and then also I do have a lot of back and forth with the community. So by all means, please let me know what's up. Q&A, whatever it is. And we'll get some more music going here. All right, so we got John Sughart here as well. Jason Ferrari, got a few new people checking in. And DC Anonymous, he said, just started from the beginning. Just started from the bottom, now we're here, baby. Chris Ergo up in here as well. So welcome to all of you. Hola! All right, so I do want to, I know I asked what you guys were doing this or what you guys did this week. So Flatsmack says he spent some time in Sheboygan this week, wanted to check out the Freak Toys, and their lakefront is nice. It's cool there. And then we got disc golf and what else? Let's see here. Crypto Billy cleaned the boat. He's on the lake for the weekend. Dope. Meanless says, show me the biceps, bro. Yeah, man. I gotta get some more work in here, but yeah, your boy. I'm getting there. I never really had the big, I don't have a big frame, put it that way. So it's tough for me to put on muscle, but trying to work at it. And then DD says, listening to Big Rob during his workout. There you go. Get it, bro. Push hard, bro. And then what else do we got? Okay. Anyways, so also I've been finding myself routinely checking out the price of the Azukis, right? Like, this thing has straight tanked, bro. It was at 12 ETH. It is now at 6.7. I saw it down to 6.1 yesterday. And this is what happens when people get tired of companies trying to make too much money, right? And we're not even talking about NFTs. I'm talking about just in general business, economics. If you keep taking advantage of people, they're going to get fed up with it and they're going to walk out, right? Sometimes you're fine with it, right? You're okay with your boss saying, "Hey, can you stay a little later today? Hey, can you we're going to pass on your raise this time, we're gonna give you less bonus this time around." So you can pull on people a little bit, but once you disrespect people and you take advantage of them, the market, society, people, they'll push back. And if you're working salary and you don't get paid extra for extra time worked, and your boss is routinely asking you to work extra for no benefit other than, hey, his company isn't running correctly and he's or he or she is not investing in the product. They don't care, and so they're just trying to offload the extra work on you for no other reason than, hey, you're a pushover. When people take advantage of you, you push back. You're gonna quit, right? You're gonna go find another job. You're gonna get frustrated. It's the same thing here with the NFT markets. And if Azuki's wants to come out and just mail it, literally just mail it on your NFT drop, you would say, hey, I'm going to come out with a new NFT. It's going to look exactly the same. And some of their NFTs were exactly the same. The ones that were not were slightly modified, slightly different. If you follow any large NFT creators on Twitter or personalities, you'll see that there's been an endless barrage of joking about this, and they made $40 million on launching in ETH on Ethereum mint fees, 2 Ethereum to mint 1 Azuki. Those prices are down as well. So anybody that and these people are pissed off, right? Like anybody that minted an Azuki Elemental, like, and look at this. Look at the difference. Okay, you see these? These are the 1 of 10,000 original. You see that? These are the new ones. They're exactly the same, right? I mean, they might have different attributes, different character, different haircut, different weapon, whatever it is, but let's not kid ourselves. These are exactly the same. And they came out with 20,000 of them, and they charged 2 Ethereum for each one. So they made $40 million minting this crap. And the market got tired of it, and they sold off, man. And so this right here, now floor price 0.89. If you minted one at 2 plus the gas fee, you have now lost over $2,000. Right? Your $4,000 investment in the span of 4 days is now worth less than $1,700. What's the price of? I'm curious here. Get my calculator out. Right. So, not calendar, calculator. There it is. So 0.89 times 1900. Oops. So not even 1,700 bucks. And at 1950 times 2, they minted for 3,900. So down tremendously. And I'm telling you, man, and we saw this more abruptly with Azukis, and they don't have as much clout and name as Bored Ape, but we're seeing it with the Bored Apes as well. The Bored Apes are also fallen down from grace as well. And they're, let's see. So the Bored Apes are way down as well. They're down to 30 ETH. Jesus. These things were over 60 ETH not too long ago. Let's take a look at the I forget how to look at the prices on this thing. So let's see, on the just over, they went from 39 down to 31 ETH just in the span of a week. Jesus, man. The NFTs are getting blown up right now, dude. They're getting blown up. Up from some 60 ETH 90 days ago. So it's shed 50%. This is number one, the blue chip, right? And they also did the same thing, man. You got the Kennel Club, the Mutant Apes, you got the Dookie Dash game, you got the Ape Coin. It's just at some point people are just gonna get tired of it. And they're just gonna be like, you know what? The product doesn't return the investment, right? It doesn't. And here's the thing. The cool thing is that people legitimately like the art, right? The first one. They're using it as in their profile picture. And that's fine. Like, hey, like you want to create a cool art collection, and like people will buy art. It doesn't have to have utility. But here's the thing. If you're going to tout utility, use case, ecosystem, and all this, if you're gonna hang your hat on that, and you're gonna say, hey, we're gonna have this ecosystem, we're gonna have this metaverse, we're gonna have all these games you can download. If that's your narrative, you better freaking deliver on it, man. Because if you don't, people are gonna get impatient, gonna get tired of waiting. But if your original product is, hey, it's just badass art, you're gonna be part of this, yacht club, then just keep it as that. And then you can hold your value. But if you make promises you don't deliver on, that's where we get at the position that we're at now, right? And then Crypto Soul says, just wait until Yuga Labs starts other side metaverse. It's over. Expect prices to go to 10 to 20x. And here's the thing, like, okay, every year there's hundreds or thousands of games that come out, right? That developers spend 4 or 5 years on, right? And of those hundreds and of those thousands of games that come out every year, there is maybe 1-2% of those that are ultimately wildly successful, right? So the formula for success is very difficult. And so you have a company, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs, that is not known for making video games. That's not what they do. Making a video game, that's essentially what it is. And you can see here, call it a metaverse, but there's no VR headset. And if I said to you, I said, hey, you're going to spend so much time on the metaverse, what is your immediate thought, right? Oh, it's an immersive environment where I can interact with people, but it has to have the community behind it, right? I can have the most amazing social media platform. Like we can take the Trump one, for example. It was a Truth Social. The users are pretty small, right? You could have the best intentions, the best product, but you got to have the community behind it. So one, you got to have a badass product. And then two, you got to have the community. And one thing I know about NFT holders is that they do not play video games all day long. They do not hang out on social media chat rooms. They're not hanging out. They are the investors, right? The investors of GameStop don't play video games, right? But the investors of GameStop are relying on the people that like playing video games to play the games, right? To buy the games, to use the product. That's what the investors of GameStop are hoping for, right? The guys at Wall Street are not sitting there playing Grand Theft Auto at night. And the only people that are excited about this metaverse are the people that are investing that aren't going to play it. And so one, you need the community. Two, you have to have a good product. And there are 99% of our products that are come out in the video game space, in this metaverse space, not that good. And so I would be so floored. I will be so amazed if Yuga Labs comes out with an amazing metaverse, because what I've seen so far, pretty ugly, bro. Now, I would just say this: their best chance of coming out with a good metaverse or a viable option would be if they take 4 years, 6 years, or 8 years to build this thing. 4 years at the very fastest. Because these AAA franchises, they take normally 4 years to build out. They started this last year. So I think at the earliest, if you want a successful product, and I know people in the crypto space need returns ASAP, if they launch a metaverse before 2026, it's going to fail. And I know they have a lot of money behind it, but you have to build this stuff out. Your Call of Duty games take 3 years. And you're talking about like the next metaverse, everybody's going to hang out. The competitor to Instagram, the competitor, because metaverse is you're spending all your time in this universe, right? And if you're spending all your time in this universe, it needs to take time away from your day. That's the whole thing, right? YouTube is vying for your time. Facebook is vying for your time. Instagram is vying for your time. Twitter is vying for your time. And so the more time you spend on their platform, the less time you spend somewhere else. And so if you want to be a successful metaverse, you have to take time away from all other social media platforms, right? And so your product better be damn good. All right. So anyways, that's my rant there on that. And just to get back into the chat, guys. I know. Let's see here. We have Julio here. He says, "Hey, it's the original." Screaming hola. And then we got Robin here as well. Destroyer says he almost slept through this, so glad you woke up and made it. Then Aru says #1 blue chip with a laughing emoji. Chris Ergo as well. We got Flat Smack. Who else we got up in here? We got Ada Inmates. We had the Ada Inmates founder on our show last week. Pretty good. All right, cool. All right, so Degen Toolman says, fair point, Rob. The winner could be one that incorporates all the social media platforms. Yeah, there will be a metaverse. I just think that until there's a product that is better than Twitter and Instagram that can take your time away from those. Okay, let's take a look. Before with Facebook, you needed a product to get the masses away from Facebook, right? And that was Twitter and Instagram, right? And before Facebook, you had MySpace. You needed a product to take people away from MySpace. And so if you want to have a metaverse, you got to take people away from the products that we have now. And that's it. You just have a pool of time and community. And right now, the majority of those people are on certain social media platforms. And I think it'll be an outside competitor because these big companies are too afraid to take risk, that they won't create a new product without too much change from their original business plan. And so you're going to have an outside competitor that's going to shake up the market and do something revolutionary that's really risque, and people are going to laugh at it, and then they're going to come out on top in the end. And that's generally how technology has evolved over and over again. It's just look at history. People made fun of CDs. They're like, well, it can scratch, and it's really big, and you can't write on it. It's a read only. Cassettes are way better. You can flip it over, and you can keep recording on it, and you can't scratch. People always think the new technology is stupid. People think the metaverse is stupid. I think it's a great thing. I just think that people are expecting it to be revolutionary, as it should be. I think a metaverse, like, give me a damn headset. Let me put the damn thing on. You feels me? You feel me, man? You got me? You hear me? All right. It is time for me to get into it. And for those of you that are new here, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. This part of the show, I talk about our personal selves, right? Our goals, our ambitions, ourselves as a person. Here's the deal, right? You have 99% of the people. 99% of the people out here, they make 99% of the people are the crowd, right? And so there's a reason why 1% of the population, now it's the wealth gap is widening. There's less than 1% of the population controls 99% of the money, right? It's because these people have a different mentality than we have. And the reason we discuss this on our show is because I got into crypto because I was tired of making the median salary. I was tired of getting by. I was tired of making my mortgage payments and basically having nothing to look forward to financially. And I've been brainwashed to think that, hey, you have this American dream and you're supposed to have this house and this mortgage and this car and go to college. And I did all of that. I have a house, I have a mortgage, I have a car. So I have a car loan, I have a mortgage payment, I got student loan debt, and then I have a career, or had a career that couldn't even pay off the debt. Or it could if I just paid small enough payments and I just spread it out over the next 40 years, right? But that's the world saying that's what you need to do, right? And for me, I got into crypto because I wasn't making enough money. I had enough money to survive. I wanted to have a decent car and a decent house and decent life and enjoy myself and do what I love. And I could not do that and survive at the same time. So I looked at crypto as a way out, right? And in doing so, I found all the positives of it. But more than anything else is I learned how money works, right? Or I learned how monetary systems work. And from there, I saw the inefficiencies, the fraud, the manipulation, the political corruption that we have in our fiat system, in our money system, right? We're losing money every day to inflation, and we have to fight against it, right? Everything is more expensive. It doesn't matter what country you're in. It doesn't matter where the hell you're watching this from. Everything's more expensive. Gas is more expensive. Homes are more expensive. Everything, televisions, you name it, all more expensive. And there's not a damn thing you could do about it. There's not anything you could do about it. Besides maybe make more money. Now we have an option. We can get into crypto. So that's why I got into crypto. So for me, I feel like the viewer here, you probably share some similar parallels. You share some kind of ideology that I have, man. I'm tired of freaking working and being in the 99%. We're in this pool of people that are marginalized, that aren't making enough money, they can barely get by, and we're excited to go up 1% in this pool, right? We got a ladder. The ladder's thrown in the bottom of a basement, and everyone's down there fighting while the kings are sitting up top having a party, right? And everyone's down there just fighting amongst each other, 99% of people. And they're all excited because they got a raise. They went from 55,000 to 60,000, still living below their means. Or they went from 65 to 78,000, and they're still living below their means. They still barely get by, you know? Like, that's not what it's about, man. And so along this journey of doing this channel, and along this journey for learning about crypto, and along this journey for trying to better myself and put myself in a better financial position, I realized that I need to reprogram my brain. And it took me a while. I realized that my thought process was broken. It fundamentally comes down to this very easy thought here. It's extremely basic, right? If you're not happy with your current situation, you need to change. You want it to change, right? You want to change your situation. Well, you can't have change without changing yourself, right? You cannot go through the same habits and expect different results. We all know this. But yet we want to sit here and say that, like, we want a good job. I want to be happy. I want a bigger car. I want this house. I want these goods. I want to provide for my family. But you're not willing to sit down and evaluate yourself, where you're at, what you're doing, where you're going, what makes you happy, what you're good at, how much you're making. Like, if you're not willing to ask those tough questions, you are not willing to change. You cannot expect the change to come through. And so you have to start from the ground up. You got to start with the fundamentals of your thought process, like the basics, like how you got to where you're at, how your brain functions. You got to change your normal, right? If your normal is I work 40 hours a week and I have the weekends off and I look for my two weeks off, like, if that's your normal, you have to change your normal. That's it, man. If you're working 40 hours, make it 60. Change your normal to 80 hours, because I'm working 80 hours and anybody competing in my space, they're going to have a hard time keeping up with me, or if they're ahead of me, they're going to have a hard time keeping that gap. Make your normal. And when I tell people like, hey, I'm like, you want to come by and visit the studio? They're like, oh, what time do you show? I get there 9 a.m. Like, oh, that's early. Well, like, why is it early? Because you never wake up at early, right? That's why it's not normal for you to be productive more times of the day. When COVID happened, when COVID happened and the shutdowns happened, what happened? Everyone stopped working, right? And your new normal was, I'm working 0 hours. What was it like when you first went back to work, right? Not day one. You might have been excited day one, but let's just say like your normal was you working 0 hours, right? You got no corporate responsibilities, whatever it is. Then you go back to work and now you're working 40 hours. Like, damn, bro, like, this is tough, man. This is hard. Like, you weren't looking forward to it. You're dreading it. You're like, your feet hurt. Like that's because it's not normal. But if working 40 hours a day becomes your new normal, like it's not a big deal, right? You go to work, you do your thing. If you do your new normal is I work 60 hours, 80 hours, and that's normal. Like it doesn't bother you, it doesn't affect you, it just becomes part of your day. And so you got to change your normal. Like if you want to reprogram your brain, you got to change your normals. And then you got society, right? And so if you try to reprogram your brain, you try to change your normal, people are like, whoa, what the hell are you doing? Your neighbors, your friends, your families, they want you to remain average, right? Average is that 99%. That's just another word. You average, mundane, play it safe, like whatever it is. There's a multiple terms for normal. And I'm sorry, but I didn't come here. I wasn't born on this planet. I was not put here so that way I can work for the next 40 years so I can get my house that eventually I'll have to pay taxes on and it'll get repossessed if I don't pay tax. Like, that's not my existence. My existence was not, I was not put here on this planet to buy a house and work 30 years to pay it off and then just chill on a recliner and watch TV for 10, 15 years after I'm done working till I die. Like, what kind of life is that? But yet you are told and instilled, and your family, they always like trying to tell you like, hey, play it safe, get a good job, go to college, like do this. Like my parents always were like, go to college, get a good job, work till your retirement. And at some point I was like, you know what? And I told my mom one time, she was upset. She was like, you went to culinary school, you're not a chef anymore. Like, what do you know? Like, she's like over here disappointed at me, right? A hard conversation. You know, she's very proud of who I am. She's proud that I'm a chef. Like, she's telling all her friends. And I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, but no disrespect to you, but you're not a millionaire. You're not a billionaire. And well, you worked your whole life for a paycheck. You worked your whole life for a mortgage payment. Now, I'll take your morals. I'll take your values, but I can't take your career mindset. I can't, because the path you traveled is not the path I want to take. And so I owe everything to my mom, but I can't take advice from her. I can't take advice from my mom, my brother, my dad. I cannot take advice from them on my career choices and how to make money, because their whole life they got by. And my whole life will not be that. I will not be working to get by. And so from your neighbors, your friends, your family, your coworkers, all of these people have, their message has been the programming, right? Their tendencies, their routines. Society is trying to get you to conform, to stay in that 99%. They don't want you to get, and watch what happens if you, let's just say you go to work every day, right? Say you go to work every day. And the guy next to you, you tell him, hey man, I got a second job. I'm working 40, I work at night, 40 hours. Would any person you work with, any person you think of that you work with, be like, wow, that's great. That's amazing. I'm really proud of you. I honestly don't think if I told that to somebody, I said, hey man, I got another 40 an hour. Like, what's wrong? What's going on? Are you okay? Like, how are you doing it? Like, how are you working 80 hours? Like what's wrong? Is everything okay? Do you need to borrow some money? Like nobody can conceptualize the fact, like, hey man, I just want some more money. Like, I want a DCA into crypto and I need some more cash. Like, this don't pay enough. Like, you sure? You can stay with us if you need to. Like, no, I just want more money. I'm not lazy and complacent like everybody else. Like, I don't need the other 8 hours of my day. I know it boggles y'all, but I got a mission here. I'm trying to build something and I need some more capital. So I don't care. Yeah, sure. I'll go get another job. Like, but that is exactly the mentality that people had. Like, nobody conceptualized. And so these years of programming and these is what you have to do. You have to change your mindset. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere, man. Okay, so change your mindset, but like, what are you going to change it to, right? Well, first of all, you can start doing things that you're passionate about. Like, I don't know what the hell you're passionate about. I can tell you what I'm passionate about is messing around with computers and 4K stuff and networking and video and audio. I don't know. I could spend hours watching videos on this crap. Like, that's what makes me happy. And I can do it hours on end without any like complaint. And then I'm just like, okay, well, how do I do that and make money on it? And that's what I do. And so you just gotta ask yourself, like, what do you like doing? Like passion, like remove money, remove career, remove what pays well. Just think, like, what the hell do I enjoy doing? Is it a puzzle? Is it painting? Is it working in the yard? Is it trying to help people that are down? Is it trying to educate people? Is it working on a motor? Like what do you find enjoyment in doing every day? And then once you figure out like what you want to do, and I'm sure we all for the most part have an idea what that is. Find the thing that you really love and something that you would do for free, and then just do it every day. That's essentially how you become the greatest version of yourself, right? You just repeatedly do what you're happy to do, or what comes natural to you. Everyone says you can be anything you want to be. Like, no, you can't. Like, I'm not going to be a plumber. Like, I understand I could be a plumber, but I can't be a plumber because I don't like dealing with shit. And I don't like being laying on the ground. I don't like being under a sink. So for me, I can't be a plumber. So I can't be anything I want to be. When people say you can be anything you want to be, that you can be anything that you enjoy being. And that's what you should be, right? Be the best version of yourself is to just repeatedly do what you enjoy doing. And then you figure out how to make money off of it, right? That's it. What do you enjoy doing? And then just figure out how to make some money off of it. Start small. Okay, I like doing the video stuff. Okay, start small. How do I make some money? How do I make $100? How do I make $1,000 on this? Cool. And you start making some money on it. Then you say, okay, you keep perfecting your craft. You keep building at it. You keep educating yourself. At one point I was working at a restaurant and somebody asked me, they're like, hey, they were asking me about wine because, I'm a sommelier, and I was just like, well, it's a lot to learn, whatever. Like, yeah, but if you're passionate, but if you're willing, if you want to learn more about it, I'd be glad to, give you some direction, some guidance. I asked this person, they got promoted somewhere. They got promoted to the position that they wanted, and they're asking me, they're like, hey, and I was like, they asked me something about wine. I was like, oh yeah, you were interested about wine. Did you ever get into it? And they were like, no, I got the job, so, I don't really have time to learn about it. And I'm just like, well, why are you you're saying that you got your job and now you've halted growth as a person. You've literally halted it. You said, I got where I want to be and I'm done learning. I'm done growing as a person. I'm done creating value for myself. I'm done. I'm good. And I literally looked at her and I was like, are you going to work here for the rest of your life? Is this the pinnacle of your achievements? Like, is this what you're going to do for the rest of your life? And she like laughed. She's like, no. Why the fuck are you done working? Like, keep building as a person. If this is your career choice, keep building on it. As at some point you're going to want to leave. And at some point you're going to ask another person, hey, I need to know more about wine. Just learn now. Like, just learn now. Perfect your craft. Become obsessive about it. Do it every day. Learn, grind, build, attack, make more money. Just keep doing this. Just keep making more money. Figure out how to make more money from it until you make enough money that you can survive. And then once you make enough money you can survive, keep perfecting your craft, and then you can live comfortably. And then keep doing it. Then you can live lavishly or whatever your goal is. But you can. There's 8 billion people on this planet. There's roughly 8 billion jobs on this planet. You can find a job that you enjoy. Trust me. And you can find a job that pays enough for you to enjoy your life. And then take some damn risk. Get away from that safety net, man. Take the risk, attack, and just blindly go. Like, I get it. You might have to sell your house. You might have to sell your car. You might have to sacrifice your insurance. I'm ready. And I'm not saying that that's the best decision. But if I got to sell my house and move into an apartment, so be it. Like, it's either, or I can sit here and be like, well, I can't sell my house. So I'm going to stay at this miserable ass job. I'm going to work for 40 hours and I'm going to complain for the rest of my life. And I'm going to retire the last 10 years and sit on this recliner until I die watching soap operas. Like, you want that house that bad? Or you can fucking sell it. You can take some risk. You can take that investment. You can take an apartment. You can work into a field that you know you're going to make less money. You're not going to have insurance. You're going to have all kinds of downside risk. Or you can live a little bit, not have regret when you get older. I play video games. I'm a video game guy. Let me tell you something. When you start the game, you can pick your difficulty, right? You can pick your difficulty. You can go easy, normal, hard. Some of them, they got more in there, but let's just say easy, normal, hard. You can play the game on easy and you can get through it. You can win the game. It can be done. But did you really enjoy it? Did you really enjoy playing the game? Did you get that much satisfaction? Because let me tell you, if you played it on hard and you died over and over and over, and you got frustrated and you put the controller down and then you played again and you played hours and you complained about it. When you beat that game, God damn, that felt good, right? Like, what an accomplishment or an achievement that was, right? Life is the same fucking game. You want to play it on easy and mail it? Work your 40 hours and take your weekends off and look forward to that 2-week vacation? Go ahead. Being pretty mundane. Not going to be very rewarding. But if you take risks, play the hard game, you're going to enjoy it. It'll be rewarding. Chris Ergo says, I sold my wife for more crypto. Good show today. Sundays weigh so heavy on me, man. But it's good though. And man, piano, that thing just screams like emotion, right? It tells a story without words, bro. All right. Well, that's it. So, boys gonna go to the gym. Let me know what you guys are doing. What you guys are planning on doing this week. Put it in the chat. We'll do it. We're gonna go over it. I got my kids coming in town. Kids don't live with me. Daughter's flying in right now. She'll be here later tonight. I'll have her next couple weeks. So yeah, I'm excited. Kids are in town. That's what I'm looking forward to. A little bit of family time. What are you guys doing this week? What are you excited about? What's on the horizon? What do you plan on accomplishing? Let me know. Gary Gensler retiring, huh? It's a good show, man. Today was a good one, bro. You think I should change the title of this to Rant and Ramble, or keep it there, or change it to Therapy Session? I just feel like people won't click on Therapy Session. They're more of a chance to click on Rant and Ramble, right? What's all this? Is Gary leaving? Is this real news? Man, what a great day that would be if he stepped down. Alexander says he's coding. Alexandra says great show. Altcoin Degens using Alphabot to snipe low caps. George Ornelia says in Virginia just picked out lamb. A barbecue for the 4th. Dope. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, by the way. Originally. Road trip to Chicago. We like the Rant and Ramble. Rant therapy. There we go. All right. It's real raw. Luke says he enjoys the pep talk. Makes him wake up to reality. Cryptotherapy. Okay. July party is on July 29th. The tickets can be bought on Cryptos R Us's. So George Cryptos R Us, he has the tickets there, but he's organizing it. It's like he's funding it all. So I'll be honest with you, he's kind of like letting the we're gonna be there. We're helping him out, but you know it costs a lot of money, and so he's basically filling his tickets first. And then he's going to pass over tickets to us afterwards. And then we'll be handing those out as well, or selling those. It's open bar. It's like $100, man. Open bar and food. Like, think about the last time you went to the bar. You know you're going to spend $100. So why not spend $100 doing it in class? Hang out with your boys too. So we'll be giving you more details on that as well. July 29th as well. So at the end of the month, Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay. Redman says Lynn Haven. All right. That's going to be it for me, guys. Lynn Haven Mall. I remember that place. All right, guys. Peace.